It starts with a young boy waking up for another day of college. Now first of all, he was late, but as always, he didn't really care. So he made some breakfast and he got the green top because he was on a diet. He got the fake crunchy nut cornflakes because it was cheaper, and bam, Gordon Ramsay would be proud. Then he got changed, put his shoes on and left thinking that today is just like any other day. But he was wrong. Sometimes life can come up like a jump scare in a horror movie, and that's what today turned out to be. So as the boy went off to college and he got onto the bus, he remembered that he's fully forgetful and he forgot his college pass. So he went back home, and as he went home, he realised that the phone was ringing. And he decided to pick up. And that's when everything changed. It was his cousin Fazan, who started to explain what had happened earlier today. He told him how he was in South London and he was going somewhere, and he was on the phone to his oldest brother Fahim. As he was walking down the steps, a few boys asked if he could borrow £2. He took out his change and they took the piss and they took it all. They also took out more money from his wallet and took off. His older brother Fahim was on the phone and he could hear everything. So him and the middle brother Fawaz came down to see Fazan to see if he was okay.
Fazan, what happened? Well, it's just a couple of guys, man. They just took my money. It's not a thing, bro.
You know, who did it,
As this happened, they came across a few of the boys that took Fazan's money. Fazan told them to leave it, but they didn't, and they approached them. Now Fawaz, the middle brother, was angry and upset, as any brother would be. And then, things escalated quickly. The eldest Fahim, being the more sensible one, broke it up and took his brothers away. But that wasn't the end of it. Now we go back to the boy at the start. He put the phone down and he went to the hospital to see if his cousins were okay. Everyone was there. Aunties, uncles, cousins and all his friends. It was complete madness. So the boy then took a few of his cousins to the side to find out what actually happened afterwards.
Bro, you need to be a bit more careful next time.
What do you mean,
No,
though,
I don't
man?
want to hear it. And you? We're gonna talk when we get home.
Oh, bruv, I didn't even do nothing, man.
When I step into the booth,
Go home.
Look how many
Go home. Go home.
Fahim, the eldest, got stabbed repeatedly. The knife went in 10 centimeters deep. He got hit by bricks, by a motorcycle helmet, beaten to a pulp, and his lungs were punctured. He probably wasn't going to make it. And the truth is that the boy who was listening to this was me. Now when I was younger, I was completely different to how you know me now. Yes, I was still a clown, but I had a bad side too. My mum came over with tears in her eyes, knowing that her nephew might not make it tonight. So she slapped me, warning me not to even think about retaliating. Of course I would. I was so angry, and all the boys were asking me what the plan was next. It was simple. I called one of my mates to get a few boys together. We were going to get tooled up and we were going to go to the estates and attack anyone that remotely looked like trouble, hoping that we will eventually run into the boys. Everything was set, but before I left I had to see Fahim just in case I don't see him again. But what he said to me is something that I will never forget. Don't worry, yeah, like, me and my boys, we're gonna go to the States in a bit and I'm gonna fix everything, yeah?
what's the point of anyone else getting hurt? Promise me you won't do anything. Promise me.
How can a man be so calm and humble? Surely he wanted justice. Surely he wanted revenge. But not for him. He's better than that. And that's something I always admired. I was shocked, but I respected his last words. He was then transferred to another hospital immediately for life-saving surgery. He was supposed to die. But he didn't. He survived. Now let's say he didn't stop me, and I did what I had to do. I would have hurt someone, possibly killed someone. I would have got caught as the police knew what happened and they knew who I was. I would have gone to jail, and I would never have achieved what I've achieved now. No Humza Productions, no Diary of a Bad Man, no YouTube ambassador. All of that would have gone. But because of Fahim, I made the right choice. I stayed calm, and instead of seeking revenge, I stayed next to Fahim until he fully recovered, and it paid off. A lot of the boys got caught. It was disgusting when I found out that some of them were even as young as 14, and together, the gang have been jailed for a total of 46 years in prison. The gang leader, who was only 20 at the time, was jailed for 15 years for attempted murder. The others also got 5 to 8 years with the intent to cause grievous bodily harm and robbery. And Fazan, the younger brother, who actually played himself in this video, wanted to help me make this video to stop young kids from making the wrong decision, the wrong choices. Since day one, Fahim's been my best friend. He's always had my back and I've always had his. He is easily one of the nicest and most genuine person I know. I could have lost him. If I did, I wouldn't know what I would have done. But I listened, and I kept faith. And now he's a teacher, happily married with 2 beautiful kids. MashaAllah. And the thing is, I'm not even half the man you are for him. And I want you to know that I love you, and this video is dedicated to you.